Yo, peace, God. Yo, look, so in this hijack timeline, you know, that we're in this false world, this fallen world that we living in, um, there's a lot of good gems, there's a lot of good truth, there's a lot of ancient cosmic science within religious books. The Helios Biblos, the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, you know what I'm saying? But these are science books. These are metaphysical books. These are not history books. Even though they do have stories of creation and things within them. Just realize this though, that in this Christianized world, right? Mainstream and the globalists and the matrix system and modern organized religion, they do not want you to tap into your true power and your essence, because they just go off of confusion. That's why there's so much hypocrisy and confusion within these religious organizations, because the ancestors, we know that the temple, your body is the temple. And even your character, Jesus or Yeshua, he say the kingdom of heaven is within. So these are all ancient truths and sciences, but they're plagiarized. Like if you look at Quetzalcoatl, you'll see, you know, in the ancient Mayan, ancient Aztec depictions of a black Messiah, if you will, holding the X of the cross. Now this is a symbolic for the heart. You know, that's why Jesus be pointing to his heart, the kingdom of heaven within you, right? But religious people are so indoctrinated, they get things so fucked up in their head, and they want to demonize every single thing, right? Yet they're doing the same thing that they demonize. They say, oh, what you doing is witchcraft and this, and then they'll go and praise the Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? They'll say that magic is witchcraft, and they'll say, you know what I'm saying? First of all, a witch just means a wise woman. So people don't even know what they're talking about. But as far as, you know, as far as it goes though, the word Christianity got antichrist in it. The Christ is just the Christos, which is realize you a crystallized being and tapping in with the primordial aspects of self. And it gets really deep. And a lot of these ancient cultures, they go really deep with the science. And I'm not saying that anybody was perfect, because we fell throughout many times of civilizations because of power struggles and greed and evil and wicked stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't saying like anything perfect, but I'm just saying like we can't take the baby, which is like your modern religions and stuff. And Christianity goes way back, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about modern day people that, you know, go to church and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't, you know, judge not, for you shall be judged. Like, just follow your book if you really about it. Because, you know, if you don't want to be judged and you don't want to be pointed out for not being right, you know what I'm saying, and exact, then, you know, but I know what it is. I know what it is, man. A lot of religious people are very kind of docile within their mind. And that's okay, because a lot of them have good hearts, you know what I'm saying? Their heart is good. It's just things don't be lining up. And, you know, But people that is studying ancient sciences, they going a little bit deeper, you know what I'm saying? And the organized religion and stuff is super demonic, because it's living and existing in a confused state, you know what I'm saying? And it's taking a people away from who they truly are and how they could truly connect to themselves, you know what I'm saying, and their ancestors. What it does, modern day religion does, is it makes people demonize their own ancestors. It makes people, which is in turn demonizing themselves. They scared of themselves. They scared of spirits. They scared of all of that. Meanwhile, they're getting possessed by the Holy Ghost and getting possessed by spirits and names and things that they don't fully understand and overstand. You see what I'm saying? And that can go with anything. Any type of sciences you get into, any type of, even within your own culture, if you don't sit and do the due diligence to understand, overstand, outerstand what you practicing and what you tapping into, there's the other side to that, you know what I'm saying, where you can be falling and you can be stumbling in your steps, you know what I'm saying? But pretty much the message of this video is not to put out any hate. It's not to judge nobody, because we're all on separate paths of life. But I just got to give thanks to the ancestors, to the Salafu, to the Orumale, for showing me the truth and guiding me home, you know what I'm saying, and giving me them keys and gems. In this part of my life, you know what I'm saying, at this moment in time of my life, I just got to give thanks, because the ancestors is just showing me a lot. And it's just, I'm just grateful. And it's like, you know, the spirit is, the great spirit is humbling me to not have that type of attitude anymore. Even because once you know the truth, and once you standing on truth, and once you standing on what you know is real, not what you believe, but what you know is real and what you know is true, you don't gotta broadcast that. You don't gotta, you know, you can bring that, you can spread the good word, but you don't gotta force it on nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because it's that pressure, this world, it's the pressure of white supremacy, it's the pressure of oppression, it's the pressure that us young people we growing up with, and we get these religions, we get these ideologies, we get these mind states, we get these programs shoved in our mind, shoved down our throat, you know what I'm saying? And it's really what it is, it's a psychological warfare, and it's a psychological oppression and enslavement of your mind. And you gotta break through that so you can know who you is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I ain't spreading no hate or no propaganda. I'm just sharing my experience, and I will share more of my experiences. But as far as, you know, things go, you gotta know what you getting into. You gotta know what you practicing, you know what I'm saying? And that's a message to everybody. But more specifically, that's a message to these Bible thumpers, and you know what I'm saying? But when we can see our commonalities, and we can decipher these things together and build, instead of only destroy, but we need to be able to build and destroy. That's why I use different sciences and mathematics. I use Islam. I use Kemetic science. I use Mayan science, you know what I'm saying? African science. Because it all, at the end of the day, it's all tying in with each other. And it's all there for a specific reason, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the religious crusaders and all of that, all the ancestors be on is like, watch your mouth, you know what I'm saying? All the ancestors is like, man, just keep going, but watch out for self and who you trying to judge and demonize for what they doing. So at the end of the day, you could be getting all your shit and all your sauce and science could really be coming from the person you demonizing, and we see that every day with turn that light off, please, up back there. We see that every single day with oppression, because melanated people, dark-skinned people are the most oppressed in this social construct. Yet every single God and divine deity written about in these ancient texts, they was all swarthy or dark-skinned. So that's a psychological imbalancement. You dig what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna make it too long. There's just some real talk from Jedi, man. You feel me? And we gonna keep tapping in to source. I'll show you.